Hey, what's up, guys? ShaunSurgener here with the Surge Effect. Listen, I hope you're having an amazing day today. If you're not, then I hope it gets better. But I want to talk to you today about success, what you need to focus on going into 2020 so that not only do you achieve success, but more importantly, that you find that happiness, that fulfillment, and that abundance. For those of you who do not know me, my name is ShaunSurgener. I have a company called the Surge Effect. I am a real estate investor, a real estate flipper. I've invested in over 20 properties over the years, and I've flipped multiple homes. And I have a coaching company that helps people find their passion and begin creating a life around their passion, helping people go from where they are to where they want to be financially, and their fitness, their mind, their body. But I help with transformation, helping people make that transformation of this is where they're at now, this is where they want to be, and how do we bridge that gap? But like I said, today I want to talk about your emotions. I want to talk about psychology. I want to talk about what it is that you really need to focus on if you're trying to reach a new level in life this year in 2020. And excuse me, I'm a little plugged up right now. But I'm going to talk about it today. So a lot of times when I get people that I talk, a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of clients that I have, people that I engage with, they're always looking for the next strategy, which is great. Strategy is incredible. And if you don't have a good strategy, you can spend a lot of time running in circles. So it's always important to have a strong strategy with what you're trying to achieve. But there's one thing that, honestly, when I really sit and look at, what are some of the biggest factors that really help someone succeed over time? And it's actually not strategy, because the thing is, there are a million strategies that you can do in order to achieve what you want. Yes, there's more effective strategies than others, but when you really look at the course of a whole career, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, strategy, while it plays an important role, that's not going to be the big indicator about whether or not you succeed if you have the exact right strategy. What really determines whether you succeed or not heading into 2020 and further is going to be your mind and your psychology, your emotions. The people who achieve the most in life become masters of their emotions. So what do I mean by that? What is becoming a master of your emotion? A master of your emotion is someone who can make decisions make the right decisions despite what they feel. Listen, it's really easy to be, all excited and to be doing certain stuff when you're feeling great. You've got this new goal, you're going at it, maybe that's you right now. Maybe you have this thing you're wanting to achieve financially. Maybe it's a certain thing you want to be able to buy one day. It's a lifestyle you want to build. It's a company that you want to create. It's a service you want to offer. But maybe you're really excited right now. You're motivated, you're ready to go, and you're pushing, you're crushing. And that's great. But what happens when you have the days that aren't so great? The days where you feel unmotivated, the days where you're hitting a loss, you've been trying and you thought something big was going to happen, and all of a sudden the reverse happened and you had to take 10 steps backwards. Success comes from long-term efforts, showing up every day. You fall down 9 times, you get up 10. It's plain and simple. You have to make sure that you become a master of your emotions, because your emotions is what determines the actions that you take. You see, people think that actions and the things we do is based off of intellect. So they go off and they try to research all this information. They're learning every tool, every strategy that they need to in order to know and learn what they need to learn, which is great. It's fantastic. But the problem is that they're not focusing on the actual emotional aspect, because we don't make decisions in life based on intellect. We make decisions based on emotion. We don't buy things based on how smart of a purchase it is. We buy things based on how it's going to make us feel. This car, for instance, this car that I'm driving right now was not a quote-unquote smart purchase. Okay, it didn't advantageously help me get even further ahead. I bought it because I put it on my vision board years ago and I really wanted it. it makes me feel good. You know, it made me feel like I was advancing. There were certain emotional things that were triggering me that wanted me to buy it. I didn't buy it because it was the smartest move. The smartest move would have been to just buy some really cheap car for a couple $1,000, $5,000, driving a hoopty, a jalopy, and just save the money, just kind of keep building. That would have been the quote unquote smartest thing to do. So we don't do things off of intellect, we do them off of emotion. And that's why you want to make sure that you become a master of your emotions. Because you're not always going to feel like you should be doing something. You're not always going to feel motivated to do something. I hope that makes sense, right? I know you've been in this position. You know, it's like you've been going at it for a while, you're all motivated, and all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Like I just, what's the point? You know, you've been trying, and you're not seeing any results. Even worse, maybe you're trying your hardest and you're just like doing everything you can, and it actually feels like you're going backwards. What do? You become a master of your emotions. You begin understanding why it is you feel the way you feel, what kind of meaning you're placing on things, and you get your mind right. You see, our emotions, the way we feel, determine our actions. And our actions over time determine the results that we get. So as long as you keep showing up and you keep that mindset right, maybe tomorrow's your day, maybe it's next month, next year, it could be a decade or two from now. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you do not show up, you will not make it. If you don't follow through on the days that you don't feel like following through on, you might not make it. That's what I do know. No matter what, no matter how you feel, you have to be able to take action. You have to be able to push forward. That's what I do know. And if you're able to do that, I can promise you at some point, it's going to unleash for you. It's going to break. So make sure you master your emotions. It's great to find strategy, but if I could give you any advice going into 2020 right now, I don't know your exact situation, I don't know what your problem is, but what I do know is that everybody can get better at mastering their emotion, because that's the underlying component to all action. Is your psychology, is your emotion. So make sure you get that emotion right, get your mind right, work on it. If you're not feeling motivated right now, watch some stuff, read some stuff. I'm not talking about information, I'm talking about things that move you, that inspire you. Don't just find another tactic or strategy. That's great, but that's not what's going to put you in the right mindset. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on your mind. That's what transforms people. And here's the other kicker about it, and this is why I'm such a big proponent of it, is that not only is it going to get you pushing forward and keeping you moving forward, no matter what the obstacle is, but more importantly, it's going to help you find fulfillment and happiness. Your success is not going to create your happiness. Your happiness is going to create your success. So your primary focus needs to stop being, what's the next strategy? What's the next tool? What's the next thing that I need to learn? And it needs to be, how can I get my mind stronger? How can I stop having so many ups and downs? And what are some tools and strategies from when I am down, when I'm not feeling motivated? What are some things that I can do in order to make sure that I immediately put myself back in that position of feeling motivated, inspired, and ready to kick some tail? And that's what I help with my clients. The people that come to me that want help with coaching, we work on that. That's one of the first things we work on together, is that we actually start looking at, we start looking at the strategies and the tools of you specifically, on what it is that makes you tick, what inspires you, what motivates you. When we develop a strategy and tools that allow you to wake up every day, to have a ritual, to have a system in place that puts you in a state of certainty, puts you in a state of abundance, in a state of inspiration. Because that is the most important thing. If you come from that place, it's really hard to fail long term, because you won't. You're showing up every day. You're falling down 9 times, you're getting up 10. You're not afraid to back down. You're not afraid to keep going forward. It doesn't matter that you've fallen down. You're not afraid of it. You keep pushing. I hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, make sure you leave comments below. I'm here to help you in any way that I can. But if you're going to do anything in 2020, I'm telling you, focus on your mind. Focus on your psychology. The biggest difference I find from me personally studying from some of the most successful people in the world, because that was me. When I first moved to LA, I had $400, I had no job, I was trying to figure it out. I had no idea what I was doing, I had no idea what to do. I felt lost, and I kept trying things, and I kept failing, and I just didn't know how to get ahead. And so I started studying from some of the most successful people in the world. I started trying to understand, what is it that they know, what do they do? And what I found was that it's not that they are just that much smarter than you. It's not that they just are just built. It's not, just so much different, or that it's some like esoteric, non-reachable thing. It's simply that they have better tools and strategies in place to make sure they keep following through, that they keep doing what they know they need to do in order to achieve what they want. That's the only difference. So anyways, I hope this serves you. I hope you crush it this year. Make sure you check out some of my stuff. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. I have all kinds of great material that I'm posting. Lots of great advice. Leave some comments below in this video. It's any questions that you have, something that you're struggling with, something you're trying to figure out. Leave a comment below. I'm here to help you any way that I can. Until then, I hope you crush it, and we'll talk to you next time.